Pregame.com.
Final four, game number 2, and we have a much sexier matchup. That's why it's the late tip time. This is Brad Bowers in the pregame.com studios just off the Vegas Strip. We are indeed talking the Final Four matchup. The second of the 2 national semifinal games sees the number 3 seeded Oregon Ducks taking on the number 1 seed North Carolina Tar Heels. Fez, who do you like in this matchup and why?
I'm on the Oregon Ducks plus the 5, and it's all about fading the ACC, who is overvalued. Let me caveat this real quick, though. Kind of a forced play here. Normally, I got 100 games to choose from on a Saturday. We got 2 Final Four games. So I'm going to bet Oregon, but I'm going to bet it light, and I might get a 5.5. I think I would wait until post to play this. You're going to be playing against the public. But I do really like the fact that the ACC has had a terrible NCAA tournament. They are 3-13 against the spread. This conference is clearly overrated. Not only are they bad against the spread, look at some of these results. Miami gets crushed against Michigan State. Virginia, no show against Florida. And what's this? Florida State gets bombed by, I don't care if you call them, Xavier, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, just a disgrace.
All right, you're going to have to convince me a little bit stronger here because North Carolina is in the Final Four, Fez, and you're saying there's a strong correlation. The ACC is overrated. Therefore, North Carolina, despite a Final Four run, is overrated.
Absolutely. And if you look at North Carolina, they went 14-4 in conference, and they got so many free passes. They get beat by 15 at Miami. Oh, Miami's a really good team. They score 43 points against Virginia. Oh, that's the best defense in the country, Fez. That's a top 10 Virginia team. Well, they're not a top 10 team, and they're not a top 20 team, and that was shown in the tournament. I really think that North Carolina is not as good as we thought they were.
All right, I kind of disagree with this pick, so I got a couple of concerns. Number one concern here, the 800-pound elephant in the room, the experience factor for North Carolina, not only from a player aspect, because a lot of these players are playing in the national championship game a year ago. Let's talk about the head coaches. Total minutes coached in the Final Four. Roy Williams, 520 minutes. Dana Altman, a good coach. 0. Any concerns, Fez?
There is a concern, but I'm going to come over the top with another under-the-radar factor. Games in Phoenix, Pac-12 country. I got the Oregon fans cheering for my team. I got all the Gonzaga fans cheering for my team. I got the businessmen from Phoenix cheering for the underdog here, so I think a hidden home field advantage for the Ducks.
All right, another concern that I have here. Let's talk player matchups here. Oregon in the Pac-12 tournament lost their leading shot blocker, one of their big men down low. Boucher hasn't impacted them so far this tournament. A lot of players have picked it up, but they played a lot of guard-centric teams in Michigan and Kansas and Rhode Island. Now, Bell, their main guy down low, who's only 6'9", now he's going to be facing maybe the best front court in the country. Meeks and Hicks, I think, is going to have a field day. Again, Fez, any concerns?
There is a concern, and if Bell gets into foul trouble, I'm probably going to lose this bet and get lots of texts from North Carolina lovers. Hey, you crashed the glass? You own the paint? No, because we own the paint.
All right, Fez. Let's talk about your second main handicap.
Second main handicap, the health of Joel Berry, the point guard for North Carolina. I have major concerns. I don't think he's 100%. He hurt his first ankle round 1 when they're blowing out their round 1 opponent and covering lane 26. Against Arkansas the very next game, he shoots 2 for 13. He's not right. I hear as medication he had. He was a little bit loopy. That's the excuse they're giving. But before that game, he said, I'm very close to 100%. And he played terribly. Now, against Kentucky, he hurts his other ankle enough. He has to be out for 4 minutes. Now he's got 2 bad ankles. I think it's a significant factor.
All right, now I think you're onto something here with this regard. And you look at Joel Berry prior to the injuries, he was struggling a little bit. It was a key factor in the Duke ACC tournament game. He was in foul trouble, caused the Duke run late in the second half, and he was also in a multiple game shooting slump, only 3 out of 21. And I got to say, if Berry's not 100% and playing well, I am personally downgrading North Carolina significantly.
Yeah, North Carolina has all that big size, but you know what? As Berry goes, so goes North Carolina. If he's not there to push the pace, this team is going to be in trouble.
All right, Fez, might not agree with this pick, but let's still make it official.
Let's make it official. The ACC in North Carolina is overrated. They're 3-13 against the spread in the big dance, and North Carolina's regular season title doesn't look as impressive as it did 3 weeks ago. And North Carolina's point guard, Joel Berry, may not be 100%. He doesn't have 1 injured ankle. He has 2 injured ankles, and he's played poorly with just 1 injured ankle here in the tournament. The Fez Mess says back Oregon +5. More videos at pregame.com.